And we are streaming now. Alright. Hello, everybody. Welcome to
Hello.
Cupid, the free-to-play visual novel.
Geez, I wonder if it'll involve romance.
Yeah, I'm just gonna read some of the info off of the Steam page for this game real quick. So first of all, it has very positive user reviews. Um, and the description says, warning mature content, blah, 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 blah. Rosa's best friend, Catherine, is dead, and she is sure Catherine's betrothed, Marquis Guillaume, is to blame. Mother says so. Mother says he has to pay with his life. Although she knows by now Guillaume is no ordinary man. He is tainted, inhuman, a monster. He cannot be killed by usual means. To seek the best revenge, she must find out all his secrets and destroy him. But will her own dark desires consume or liberate her? Set in the
So,
romantic 18th century France.
I was just about to ask if it was set in France, because Marquis.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually turn the Skype call down just a little bit.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, the balancing is a bit jankles.
You don't say.
Plays the third-person point-of-view character of Mother, a unique twist to the visual novel decision-making medium. Decide the fate of the characters, scold or console, argue or assent. Just don't be surprised if they start to question your commands. So yeah.
So does it have like an influence system there?
I don't know. I've literally never played this.
Fair
So
enough.
let's get started with Cupid.
So judging by the mature content thing, we can be sure this was actually written by the Marquis de Sade, right?
Possibly, I don't know. For reference, Alex actually speaks French, so I might be asking her
And it's-
on the
And it's not
pronunciation
just
of some of
speaking
the
French.
stuff.
I know a bit more about French history than Rowan probably does.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had to read A Tale of Two Cities for class at one point.
Oh,
You know
gosh.
how it is.
I love you.
Aw, I love you too. Oh, wait.
Oh,
it's the-
this is gonna go to a creepy place. I love you. I love you. I love you. There's no need to explain. It's only natural. A mother loves her daughter more than anything else in the world.
Rowan, I'm scared.
He hates you, doesn't he? The whole lot of them despise you, don't they? Chasing you into the forest and gouging a hole into your leg. I'm playing this with the mature filter on
Okay.
for the sake of Twitch, so hopefully nothing should be too gory or too pornographic. All because you smiled at their husbands. And you know what? You deserve it.
Oh, wow.
You freak! You disgusting, horrible, filthy little girl. Didn't I tell you to stay away from them? You never listen. Serves you right for being the dirty girl you are. But you don't have to worry, my darling. It's alright. Even if the whole world wishes you dead, I promise you this. Your mother will always be by your side.
So we got emotional manipulation from the mom going on there.
I mean, that's us. We're playing as the mom.
I thought we were playing as the child.
No, we're playing as the mom right
Oh.
now. Sorry, I'm just doing mic balancing real quick. Alright, do you want to voice the priest?
Sure. My goodness, child, whatever has happened to you?
A girl was slumped in the doorway, soaked by the rain. Her legs were covered in dirt and blood. She lifted her head upon hearing the priest's voice and stared at him with blank eyes. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned.
How long has it been since your last confession?
She hobbled forwards, her bloodied leg giving way. Automatically, the priest rushed forward to steady her. Years of spiritual training had prepared him for the most unexpected guests to his church. He sprung into action. He ushered her to a pew, brought out some clean cloth and antiseptic, and began to bandage the wound on her leg. Yet throughout all this, he found he couldn't take his eyes off her. He would be gazing at the roll of bandages in his hand, deciding how to tie them, and then out of nowhere he would be staring into her eyes. Even with all the mud and grime smeared across her face, He couldn't deny that she was absolutely beautiful.
The Marquis de Sade did write this.
How old was she? 20? 18? 16? Her face was so young. The priest had long since aged past his desire for the opposite sex, but somehow,
good.
something about her enraptured him. When he realized his own thoughts, he quickly steered his mind towards other matters.
My child, what happened to you? I just realized this is the worst French accent ever. Oh well, I don't care.
She seemed to take all the time in the world before responding. He looked at me.
Looked?
He looked at me and he touched me. And then he started to kiss me. At first, the priest didn't understand. Then he realized with a jolt of anger what she meant. It was happening more and more often nowadays. The young men of France were spirited, uncontrollable ruffians. A lady walking home by herself one night would be prey to a few number of them. Lust. One of the 7 deadly sins. The one that the priest personally despised the most. Furrowing his brow in sorrow, the priest laid a hand on her thigh.
You are safe now, child. God's house is a sanctuary for the faithful. Yeah, I know I changed the voice. I don't care.
Just chill. It's fine. I don't think he'll protect me. I'm gonna turn the... There we go. Get some nice angelic music in the background here. I'm gonna actually make it a bit louder. He looked at her in confusion. You see, Father, I have sinned again. Right there among the pews, before the altar of God, she bowed her head. I'm sorry. Was she apologizing to him or to someone else? Her hair hid her face and eyes, and the priest could make neither head nor tail of her. He suddenly realized that his hand was still on her thigh, and he hurriedly drew it away. I'm sorry. She repeated this phrase over and over. After a while, the priest got up.
Don't fret, child. You are not to blame. I will contact the local constable, but in the meantime, you are free to make yourself at home here. I will fetch you a hot drink.
He patted her hand and left to go to the back room. She remained seated on the pew, her head bent forward. As the priest's footsteps faded away, the entire church fell into silence. Oh, that's a cool effect. They took the music out. Oh, that's nice. I like
they
that.
did? I can't hear the music with...
Oh, don't worry about it. Yeah, the music faded out as I read fell into silence. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, we're doing this over Skype, so there's gonna be technical problems. Oh, there's sound effects and everything. Oh. Okay. I had to click again to make her portrait disappear. For some reason. I'm gonna turn my own mic down now. Oh boy. Now that it was the dead of night, the clouds covered the sky. Barely a sliver of moonlight filtered through the stained glass. The girl sat alone in a ring of darkness. She opened her mouth. No, I know. If I may say my piece, surely. Yes. Yes, Mother. But he is so very kind. Oh shit, our first choice. I fear for your safety. Child, follow Mother's words and leave. You saw the look in his eyes, didn't you? You cannot stay here. Even a man of God can stain you with the filthiest colors. Be a good girl and follow Mother's words. But it is cold outside, Mother. The rain has not let up. Can't I stay? I have no idea. Do you want to choose one?
I feel like no matter what we choose, something awful is gonna happen.
Oh, I mean, yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna go with staying here.
All right.
It seems that the mother's perception of the priest so far hasn't been that accurate, so let's hope that remains the case.
I suppose you can. Alex is really loud. Holy shit.
We just cannot get a break, can we?
Yeah, I mean, geez. The mic settings on this are... Anyway. I suppose you can. But you must be wary of everyone in this church. Do you understand? You are so weak, my darling. You give my heart so much pain. I'm sorry, Mother. I will try my best to stay out of trouble. How am I going to mind you like this? You attract so much misfortune everywhere you go. Let's be nice. Let's be the nice mom.
Yeah.
My poor child. My stupid little girl.
Well, so much for being the nice.
Always a blight, aren't you? Whatever will you do without me? I'm sorry, Mother. Thank you for always guiding me. It is all my fault. The girl sat in silence. Mother was right after all. She was always right. Everything was her fault. Her fists shook with a mixture of fear and conviction. She had to do penance. Mother, give me strength. There's something I wish to do. The girl rose from the pew. Now I'm worried. I'm getting worried.
Yeah. Also, is she not, like, bleeding out from her leg?
The priest stitched it up, remember?
He just put a bandage on it.
I mean, it's 18th century France. You can't... There's not much you could do about that.
They didn't... Physics and health worked differently back then, you understand.
Yeah, leeches and whatnot.
Yeah.
In front of her was the altar, and on top of the altar was an ornately decorated cross. Oh boy. Here we go. Here we go. It was as wide as her head, and the tip of the cross had been crafted such that it was razor sharp. Let's see if that mature filter is functioning. She left the pew, knelt briefly, and then walked over to the altar. Don't tell me. You're quite sure you're doing this? The girl's arm trembled ever so slightly. What other way is there for me to atone? She picked up the cross.
Girl, have you never heard of doing the rosary 3 times?
Oh, my darling daughter. Mother is so proud of you. Slowly, she brought the sharp end close to her face. So close that it hovered just above her left eye. Oh boy. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to turn off the stream-o-vision real quick.
Just in case.
Just to make sure the mature filter is functioning. So close that it hovered just above her left eye. And then she...
So those on the stream, there was just a flash of red right then.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Nothing happened. I guess that is functioning then. Cool.
Or do we want to go back and turn the mature filter off just to make sure?
No, let's stick with this. Cheerful piano music. And also, chapter 1. So I guess she doesn't have a left eye anymore.
I'm guessing that's the case.
Yeah, so...
Or at least that it's not functioning now, because to actually pull the eye out...
Okay, that's true.
Would be a lot of work.
Especially in 18th century France.
Physics worked differently back then, as did metal.
A scruffy young girl in tattered clothes peeked through the open gates of... How the fuck do you...
Chateau de Sumay.
Chateau de Sumay. An afternoon Gauteur.
Guate.
Guate? French. It's functional. An afternoon Guate was being held in its gardens. People from high-class estates strolled around the manicured gardens while chatting loudly with one another.
By which you mean the first and second estates, right?
Sure.
The first and second estates were the rich people and the priests.
Okay. There were beautiful ladies clad in silk and velvet, their necks adorned with pearls and jewels. A variety of foods was displayed on their tables. The girl stared at it. She hadn't eaten properly for the past few days. I mean, stabbing your eye out takes a lot out of you.
But
Neither of these options are particularly mean. It's just, do we want her to stay or leave?
And also, while staying might seem nicer, I mean, she looks to be of the third estate. She would not be welcome.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think these nobles are going to... Oh, shit. Owepsa, thank you so much for following.
That's also probably how the game starts, is by going in. I vote not lingering.
Yeah, let's play it safe. We must not linger in this place any longer. I detest it. Surely we can look around for a bit. It's still a little early. There was something else that called to her, other than the party itself.
It was the magnetic draw of the plot.
She walked to and fro from the gates, peering at the crowd, despite the urgings of her mother to leave. Just a tiny glance would be enough. The girl smiled at the thought of him. The owner of the chateau, the
Marquis de Gou.
The Marquis de Gou. The girl was drawn to him because this is a romance novel. He wasn't the same as other people. He seemed different somehow. He was kind to her and would always hand her food when she delivered flowers. Yep, definitely third estate. Her heart felt at ease with him. This is two ways of saying the same thing.
Well, saying he's the same as everyone is a flat-out lie, but then again, we're the manipulative kind.
I mean, I think she means that he's the same as the rest of the rich people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
True. I mean, that's probably a lie, but we don't have an option to, like, tell her to go for it.
Yeah, oh no. Because we're playing as the vindictive asshole.
Yeah, yes, we are playing as 18th century mom character. That's actually a pretty, like, interesting idea for a novel, too.
Yeah. I mean, there was one that had a mom briefly, but then she died, and, you know, Jean Valjean took over.
Also, yeah, this visual novel is free to play on Steam, so if you want to, you can literally just look it up. It's called Cupid. And speaking of which, I should probably go on the stream and change the... Hold on a sec. I have to change what game we're playing on stream.
What? We're not playing Sacred 2 Ice and Blood?
We're not.
That's just upsetting. Should we title it, like, OK Cupid or something?
No need. It's not listed on the Twitch, like,
Cupid.
game list.
Okay, it's a game.
Alright. There we go. So what do you want to go for?
I'd say he's the same as everyone.
He's the same as everyone, my child. Greedy. Insatiable. Maybe not for you, but for something else. Do you want to voice like Rose Girl? Because I'm getting all of the voice acting now.
Yeah, sure. But he is a kind man, Mother.
Oh boy. Do not let his kindness fool you. Sweetest tongue hides sharpest tooth, my child. She bit her lip. Why do you even bother with him? We're getting achievements left and right, by the way. I just got an achievement, Cynical Mother.
He makes me feel that there are still good people in the world, ma mère.
Oh, fuck. It is hard to say. It is hard to say, of course, dear. We do not know the real intentions people have. One can hope that real charity exists, but even good people will always put their own needs first. Even your precious Marquis.
Don't you think I'm a good person, Mother?
Of course I do. Of course, child, you are special. Haven't I raised you such?
Haven't I raised you so you could gouge your own eye out?
Ah, yes. I have tried my best, my dearest.
Yes, Mother. You keep me right. Qu'est-toi?
Ah, yes. Keeping the trust of the main character. Good. The girl stared
For
at
the
her
record, I actually said fuck you.
Yes. The girl stared at her shoes and looked around for a bit, hoping for just a glance before she left. And there he was. There was no harm in looking, she reasoned. She would never enter the Marquis's world. Let her heart be filled with hope. He turned his eyes in her direction. Did he smile at her? The girl's heart stopped. Did he recognize her? She beamed. My, is this creature deaf as well as dumb? It might... Oh, sorry, go on. No,
it might be a poor thing.
Mademoiselle! A voice called to the Rose Girl. She gasped. It seemed that somebody else had noticed her presence. She turned to leave. No, my dear. Poor little creature. Don't run away. Charlotte, she stinks. Don't touch her.
Came to crush the party, little urchin. You were hungry.
Ah, 18th century France.
With all of its amazing accents.
Her stomach gave a low grumble. She was always hungry, it seemed, no matter how much or how little she ate. That's what being poor is like. Encouraged by the kindness the Marquis had showed her, the girl approached the women. No, don't! Mom says no! She teetered towards their table. What are you selling?
Look at this poor creature.
I'm gonna shift into like a sassy Valley Girl accent. Is she selling roses? These are all ugly ones. But not as appalling as the rag she's covering herself in. Are you trying your best to be this repulsive? Now, don't be mean, Antoinette. Perhaps it's the commoner fashion nowadays. They laughed while gawking at her and her wares. Oh my, she only has a single eye.
Ghastly, but I can't look away.
The other lady nodded her head. Like a sideshow attraction, you mean? The freaks at the carnivals. She's darling in her own dirty, monstrous way.
Maybe we can keep it.
Don't you just love 18th century France?
Physics and social conventions were different at that time.
Why physics?
Because I started using it multiple times and now it's a running joke.
Alright.
Hello, do you want some bread, urchin?
Why didn't you leave when we said to, Rose Girl?
Oh, casse-toi. Well, speak up.
Maybe her tongue is short. Add that to the list of her sterling qualities. Quiet, Antoinette. Come on, don't be shy.
Do you want some food? Let us hear you speak. Yes, madame. What? Yes, madame, I would be grateful.
One of the ladies clapped in mockery at her reply. Oh, she talks! The ladies handed her bread. But
that was the Valley Girl one.
I'm just changing the accents every time they show up. But it was snatched away just before her fingers grazed it.
Ah. Not before you dance for us first.
What kind of fucking assholes?
18th century France.
I mean, okay, yeah. Oh, make it to a handstand. I've seen one of the street people do that. Quite marvelous. Oh-ho.
Now, I'd like to see that. This party is getting quite boring.
Well, come on.
My bet.
Dance for your food. The girl looked at the beautiful, cruel faces of the women. That look on them. It was a burning desire to hurt something, simply because they could. She knew that look. Before they touched her and hurt her, they had their burning look in their eyes. Oh, look what you did, Claudette. She's shivering like a leaf, poor thing. The lady was laughing as she said those words.
Oh, F.
Oh.
I didn't recognize my bet.
Oh.
Yeah, that means, it's bitch.
Ah.
I didn't do anything. She should be grateful we're even offering her this much.
Besides, these commoners are supposed to be jolly in their misery. Come on, girl. Show us your joy. The girl moved away as they laughed.
Mother, please save me.
What are you doing to this character's
I have no idea.
voice?
I was like trying to do some whimpering thing, and I think now it's like You know in movies where you're playing a goat and you do a
Quivering
voice?
with emotion. Man.
Yeah. I'm trying to do that and I'm failing.
Just go back to her old voice.
Mother, please save me.
There you go.
Mother.
I'm doing it, girl. Didn't I tell you that people are cruel? Haven't I taught you this time and again? People are cruel. Now you see it firsthand.
Hey there.
A child's voice called out. Oh, I'm voicing this character. This is the Valley Girl.
I've already established the voice.
No, this is the Valley
Yes.
Girl. Look at her face.
Yes. No, this is definitely. Hey there, boys and girls. Yeah, it's that one.
Rose Girl is so tall.
Well, I mean, she's put up next to.
Oh, this girl is
kindergartner.
7. I literally couldn't tell because of the art style. It belonged to a girl around 7, with chubby cheeks and a look of curiosity in her eyes. She wore an old blue dress, somewhat patched at the corners, but kept clean and tidy. She was not rich, but had an air as if she owned the ground she stood on.
Another commoner. This party's absolutely teetering with them.
Teetering.
Oh, teeming. Teeming with them.
The Marquis... whatever the...
Marquis.
I know. I just fucked it up. Also, the 7-year-old is very upset. The Marquis loves these things. Heard he picks them randomly from the street. Maybe I should get me one too.
Do you think it is fashionable abroad in his birth country? I mean...
What? Having slaves?
Well, let's figure out what country he's from. I mean, if he's from England at this time period.
Yeah.
Also, it's really more of
Persia? What? What?
I guess he's middle.
Oh, he's...
Oh, he's foreign.
Yes. He's South Asian, apparently.
I heard he was from India.
Okay, he's somewhere that was not France.
Yes, he is somewhere that is not white people.
Yes. Goodness, that is so far-fetched. Ah!
I could barely pronounce his name, though.
Yay,
You really should change it
racism.
to something more acceptable. Who knows what kind of demons he might attract with such a blasphemous name?
Ah, it must be why all these nasty, horrid little creatures flock around him.
18th century France. Physics and racism were different back then. Oh!
Devil or not, I'll forgive him if he kisses my hand. Oh! The ladies laughed.
Salo!
Salo, aren't you shameless? Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Going backwards.
Don't lie, we all know why we're here. As the ladies gossiped among themselves, they openly ignored the girl. Gotta make those sentences work. The young girl took the sliding with a shrug. She approached the table and asserted her presence. What you doing? Goodness, they don't take a hint, do they?
Throw something shiny. It might distract them.
Hey, you've been holding that bread for a while. Aren't you gonna give it to her? She pointed at the shabby rose vendor.
Why do you care? Do you want the bread for yourself?
I bet she's hungry, too. I know, maybe you should toss the bread and see if they'll fight for it. The ladies laughed to themselves. The girl stared at them with confusion, her brows furrowed in childlike understanding. Next thing everyone knew, she had swiped the bread from the woman's hand. Oh my!
How rude!
Horrible, filthy girl, give that back! The girl sniffed the piece of bread and nibbled at the surface. Yummy, it's still warm. She shoved the bread in the urchin's face. The scrumptious scent of bread flooded the rose girl's nose. Lick it, the sugared butter tastes good. No! Devil child! Give it back! Back! Back, I say! The urchin licked it. Her tongue was coated in sweetness. She stood there, squeezing the taste in her tongue. The girl grinned at her. She couldn't help but grin back. Sorry, here you go. It's all yours. Oh, disgusting! Like we're going to eat anything that's been in your filthy mouths. Oh! Wow, so this is ours now? Oh, you ladies are so nice.
Cheeky little brat. I'll have you thrown out of this party. I'll have you...
Oh shit. Look at this suave motherfucker. A young man strode to the commotion. A sweet scent lingered as he passed. I'm gonna voice this guy. I call dibs on him.
Okay, I call dibs on the next person.
Alright. The rose girl felt her mouth well up. His presence filled her body, almost as if her hunger was abated. She blushed furiously. What a strange effect he had. Ladies. I need to come up with a better voice for this guy. Sagriem! I just came to check in on my esteemed guests. Is everything alright? Are you enjoying yourselves? One of the ladies started fanning herself with obvious annoyance.
Was it 1, 2, or 3?
That was the... Oh yeah, we don't know. Well, these little beasts have been harassing us.
Yes, my lord.
We were just... Oh,
That's me. We were just minding our own business when this girl swiped the food off our table.
horrible little nits. The girl stuck her tongue at them. A lady wiped her eyes in mock tears. See, look at that! It's absolutely monstrous how these children act around adults now. There is no respect, monsieur. I'm wary for the next generation.
Oh, Charlotte, don't cry. Or if you do, at least let me drink your tears.
Well, my lord, we would all breathe a little easier if these children would set on their way. Yes, who knows what kind of mischief they might be up to.
They might set fire to the tables, you see. Of
What
course,
the
I might as well, who knows?
What the fuck kind of street urchin can set fire to things at a moment's notice?
18th century France, their physics and pyromancers were different.
I mean, 18th century France is the original home of the angry mob.
I mean, before angry mobs before that, but then they were just, you know...
They were just mobs. They weren't
They were
even
just-
particularly angry.
Yeah.
You know? 18th century
French-
France is when they started, you know, incorporating the iconic, like, pitchforks and scythes.
You might be surprised to know this, but 18th century France invented anger.
They did. Truly. 18th century France. 18th century France was truly magnificent. Oh? Oh, still on jewelry! In fact, oh god, that voice. Hold on. Oh. In fact, I think my pocket watch was missing. No, how unfortunate. One of the ladies continued her childish wailing. It is, monsieur! It's unfortunate how you allow your important guests to be treated this way. Ah!
Please deal with those vermin. Throw them out now.
I'm enjoying this so much better. I'm gonna save, because I just realized that there's manual saving. Alright. Can I, like, hit the enter button? Oh, I can! I don't have to have the mouse annoyingly on screen. Oh, my sweet ladies, I'm stricken with grief at your misfortunes. Allow me to offer my heartfelt apologies. Unfortunately, this child is my important guest today, and, you are, sad to say, poultry squatters. Oh, fuck!
Oh.
Excuse me? Madame Charlotte Montpierre, I don't remember sending you an invite. Same for you, Lady Antoinette of Rennes and Lady Claudette of Leon. Most people I invited are huge patrons of music. That's why they are here. They came to listen to Mademoiselle Catherine Louise Pierre. She is a 7-year-old piano prodigy who played for the Queen last summer, don't you know? The man pointed at the girl busy chewing her half of the bread. The rose girl just stared at the unfolding situation.
Well, that's...
I am sure you were aware of that, were you not? No matter. I'm always happy to see you, ladies. It is my pleasure to have you here. But I do hope you don't mind giving some of the food away to the townspeople. That is why I keep my gates open. My servers are instructed to serve anyone who passes by, not just my guests. But, don't you fret, my darlings. There is plenty more to be served. The ladies blushed in embarrassment. One of them began to fan herself even faster. Excuse me. The Marquis walked up to the two girls. The Rose's girl's hearts beat so fast, it made her head feel light and dizzy. She had never been this close to him. It made her feel a mixture of fear and elation. Lady Catherine, your father has been looking for you. It's almost time for your performance. The girl looked up at the Marquis and did a little curtsy. Oh, she has a name now, and she's orange-colored. My apologies, sire. I didn't mean to cause a clatter. Guillaume chuckled. I saw the whole thing, ma chérie. You put those ladies in their place. They were being mean to her. Guillaume narrowed his eyes at the quiet girl. She hid behind her basket of roses, and also the 7-year-old somehow.
And her bread.
She couldn't look at him directly. He was like the sun.
No, that was Louis XIV.
It hurt just to be in his presence. Yet there... Ah, fuck. My throat is going bad places right now. We might have to take a break at like 10 so I can go get a drink.
Right.
Yet there was relief in her heart as he stepped closer to her. I've seen you before, haven't I? The Rose Girl nodded and made a curtsy. I'm sorry. Alex!
I was trying to do like I'm eating bread and talking at the same time thing.
This is our precious maid character. Be nice to her.
I deliver roses to your house sometimes, sire. And then, like, peek in windows when you're not looking.
Yes, the girl with the sweetest face. The Rose Girl blushed. I love your roses, by the way. They stay fresh longer than they should. Oh god, 18th century French magical realism? Ta-da! You've tended to them with love.
Wait, we've ignored some important exposition where we learned that our main character is a witch. Thank you, sire.
Do you have a name, young lady? Oh, we finally get to learn it. She's doing all the stuttering for you. What's the matter? It's all right, young lady. If you would rather... Let's call her Rosa. Catherine's already my favorite character.
Oh my god, Catherine, you can't just call people Rosa.
Huh? Of Rosa, it fits her. I think she forgot her name, or maybe she lost it. The Marquis nodded wisely. A valid point. Are you alright with that, Rosa?
Yes? My name is Dwight, you asshole.
Come on, Rosa, you'll watch me play, right? Her eyes darted from the girl to the Marquis. Oh, Sir Gilly doesn't mind. Gilly! I already love this visual novel. We're playing this again. We're gonna finish this. Gilly. He's really nice to me and my family. And he helps the people around town too, so he won't throw you out. Marquis held his right hand in the air as if he was swearing an oath. I swear, on my honor as a random person, who is also rich, that I will not throw you out. See, come on, you're invited now. You're my special guest. There's plenty of food inside too, Rosa. Please, help yourself.
Thank you, sire.
Rosa's coming, yay! Now, this is my first public performance, Rosa.
If you mess it up, I'm gonna... No.
I'm gonna fucking bitch slap you so hard. I'm a bit nervous. Catherine scratched her head. What'll I do if I make a mistake? Oh, Papa will be very upset. The Marquis knelt in front of Catherine and rubbed her shoulders fondly. That sounds weird.
Yeah.
That sounds weirder than it probably actually is.
It's probably normal.
You won't make a mistake, ma chérie. As long as you... Whoa! Music stopped very abruptly. As long as you put your heart into the cards.
I was about to make that joke.
Play to touch your audience. But not in that way, yo.
I mean, geez, she's 7.
Guys,
Even in 14th or 18th century France.
That's pushing it a bit. Yeah. Do you understand? Catherine stared at the Marquis. Not really. The man chuckled. You will someday. Just like how someday I'll understand who the fuck was playing the piano up until about a minute ago. Just play your first song with me in your mind, will you? Something that you think will make me smile.
So, not you.
Guillaume held Catherine's clear young eyes in his gaze. He kissed her hand. It was covered with sticky sugar and breadcrumbs. Catherine blushed. It was the first time she looked embarrassed by anything. It would be my pleasure, sir. Catherine trudged up the wooden podium and walked towards the middle of the stage. The crowd's chatter died down. She curtsied and... Oh, clapping is happening, Alex.
Okay.
She curtsied in front of her audience, waved to her father, and stole a glance at Guillet. The man
Please tell me she is not the second part of this love triangle.
Gave her a tiny nod. And then there was a background image. She sat down in front of the piano, admiring the cream and ebony keys underneath her fingers.
How do we know that?
Her own piano was beaten and broken. We're a third person omnipotent party, remember? We're magical ghosts. We're magical ghost mom.
Inherently tied to the... Oh yeah, because we saw from the priest's perspective earlier. That's right.
Yeah, we're magical ghost mom. We know all.
We just port inside of anyone.
The A3 key never played, and the strings would creak when it was cold, but it never failed her. She knew these keys like they were her own fingers. She whispered to the new piano softly, as if coaxing a beautiful, untamed animal. Let's be friends, okay? No, I'm kidding. She saw Rose at the far end of the podium, watching her diligently. There was a renewed vigor in her... Dog, whoa.
Yeah, sorry, that's on my side of things.
Did that come through on stream? I can't even tell. She could hear the keys calling out to her. The lens flares. as a... Whatever. A song that would make him smile. She placed her fingers...
A song for Abrams.
...on the keys. She began to play. I'm going to move my mic back. So, some beautiful piano music is playing in the background, Alex.
Okay.
Alex can't hear the stream. Sorry. It's just a technical issue that we have to work with. Am I supposed to hit a button, or... I'm gonna hit a button.
Go all the way through the song.
At the end of the first few notes, it became apparent to the audience that this girl was something special. Here was a little girl, barely tall enough to reach the pedals of the piano, playing as if she owned it. There were times she'd miss a note or two, but that didn't matter. She played the song to make someone smile, and it touched everyone present, even the bitchy ladies at the table out front. Her musical skill was far beyond her years. She was Beethoven, and this is an AU. No, I'm kidding. Her fingers...
63 gender swap AU.
Her fingers caressed the keys, as if she was making a flower crown, carefully weaving the petals. Don't know what happened to my narrator voice, but shit went crazy. She knew the correct way to tie the leaves so they wouldn't tear, like all smart little girls did. Because this is 18th century France, and if you're a little girl and you can't make a flower crown, well, you're just screwed. As the piano sang under her hands, Catherine seemed to disappear in front of the audience's eyes. It was just a vision, after all. Somebody leading them down a dream. No, really, her music was that fucking good. A dream of a garden.
She didn't know half of them half as well as she would like, and she knew half of them half as well as they deserved.
This is like the Shokugeki no Kyojin tier of like descriptions of things. A dream of a garden, the springtime, the shade of a tree on a windy day. The couples in the audience tightened their grip on the hands of their partners.
Ow, Dave, you're crushing me!
Ah! My leg! No. Some closed their eyes and let the music saturate their soul. Sweet memories of youth, of first love, the yawn of a newborn. Rosa's eyes shone as she stared at Catherine. Her heart was captured by this image of her. Oh my god, lesbian path?
With a 7-year-old?
We don't know the age of the main character, yo. Holy shit,
Still.
this piano music is going bananas. A young girl swaying her head to the music, smiling as the notes poured out of her. She couldn't take her eye away from Catherine's glowing face. Was this happiness? Was this love? She looked like she was in love. And she was, wasn't she? In her innocence, she was in love with life. In love with her family, her pets, in love with every new discovery. She was full of hope. It was a bittersweet feeling for Rosa. A happy teardrop rolled down her cheek. She wanted to warm herself in that hope, if she could. And they went back to the same image. In the audience, Guillaume and Catherine's father sat beside each other. Sir Pierre, your daughter is amazing.
I can't remember what voice I was gonna do for this. Yeah, she is, isn't she? I mean, pardon my arrogance, my liege. I am a very proud father, you see.
No pardon necessary, sire. Has she found a sponsor yet?
Well, the Duke of Versailles once spoke to me about it, but we've not made any arrangements.
Then I must steal her away as soon as possible.
Sire?
I'd like to be Catherine's primary sponsor. That is all right with you.
What, sire?
And to further cement my status, that piano she's playing right now, it is hers. I've decided to buy it for her. How do you pronounce that?
Francois.
Francois's eyes widened in astonishment.
That is,
Francois gulped.
that is beyond generous, sire.
Guillet smiled. Well, I must make it hard for you to refuse me, you see. I took the opportunity of asking you outright. You see, the Duke might offer an extravagant piano plated in gold. In that case, I have no choice but to humbly concede.
What?
A piano plated with gold? Holy shit! I could buy like 8 horses with that. I'm kidding. The Duke of Versailles is the worst miser you'll ever meet. The men chuckled. Of course, I shall be paying for her musical tutoring, as required, along with an ample stipend to accommodate your family.
Stipend.
Shut up, Alice. I do what I want. Don't look so surprised, Monsieur Pierre. Your daughter is a star. There is effervescence about her that enraptures the soul. There is no doubt in my mind that she will succeed.
Thank you deeply, my liege.
Please, call me by my name, monsieur. Let me remind you, this generosity isn't without charge. Your tutoring will be done at my house. I want to monitor her.
Well, my liege, I can give you a cough drop if you want.
Apart from that, I'd very much like Catherine to visit me and play from time to time. Music is one of my true passions. Her presence would benefit my mood tenfold.
Of course, sire.
I said call me by my name, you ignorant peasant!
Okay, Gary, that is a small price to pay for all your offers.
On the contrary, monsieur. You don't have to decide now. Kindly think about it.
Thank you, my lord. Sir Gary.
After the performance, Catherine and Rosa went to the Marquis garden to play. Francois and Guillet lingered on their table, sorting out the details of Catherine's further education. Emile Pedet. Wait, what is this?
Emily Perry.
Okay. Some nice accordion music has started playing in the background for reference. Sorry, could you repeat the pronunciation? I totally forgot.
Emily Perry.
Emily Perry wandered about the crowd, searching for a familiar face. She'd arrived halfway through Catherine's performance, just in time to gush at her little sister's applause. Alright, this is the lesbian option. Unfortunately, she couldn't find her father in the crowd. When she finally caught sight of the back of his head, she approached him hastily.
Hastily.
I know. I know, shut up.
Who wants to voice this one?
Father, there you are. It's the same voice, god damn it.
Yeah,
How about you do it?
okay, I just need to think of a voice. Father, there you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Emily stopped as she saw the man her father was talking to. It was none other but the Marquis himself. Oh shit, she said. She fixed her hair
Hey, Amy. Say hi to Lord Gary for me.
She fixed her hair self-consciously and curtsied.
My lord, pardon my intrusion. I didn't realize.
Guillet smiled at her kindly. You are free to intrude any time, my lady. Emily, fly! Smiled back. Just as the rumor said, the Marquis was easy on the eyes. To whom do I owe the pleasure of your acquaintance?
This is my eldest daughter,
The fucking
Amy.
accent!
Pardon me for not introducing her sooner.
Charmed. Guillet offered her a seat. Emily sat down across the man. Wait, what? Oh, I guess it means across from the man. Well,
Yeah,
it
that's
seems
what it
talent and good looks run in the family. Francois rubbed his neck.
Yes, my daughters are my pride and joy. Thankfully, they both took after their mother.
I love how he's like low-key insulting himself. He's like, yeah, it doesn't work out that well to come from my side. Surely not, Monsieur P. Their eyes are yours, earnest and loving. Emily snorted at such sappy words. Her father was clearly basking in the compliments. If this really was the famous Guillet the rumors talked about, then he wasn't exactly much of a charmer, was he?
He's just charming the wrong people.
She didn't know what all
Or
the
the
fuss
right
was
people,
about.
depending on.
The ladies in the house she worked for could not seem to stop talking about this man. Admittedly, there was something morbidly curious about the way he looked at people. Uh-oh. Like
He's a necromancer?
Oh, like he was always distracted and can only say words that were expected of him. He's nobility! Of course he can only say shit that's expected of him. He's a foreign nobleman. Like...
With a name that is actually quite French. I'm not sure why.
Despite the fact that everyone is complaining about it.
Unless it's his first name that's different. Which
That's
could always
true.
be the case. I'm pleased to have finally met you, sir. Sire. I'm done with you. I've heard a lot about you on my travels.
How long is this chapter? All good things, I hope.
Depends on the tabloid and the day of the week, and who I tortured the information out of.
Emily thought to herself and chuckled. You were a governess, I was told. Where do you work?
With the Dimitri household, sire.
Ah, yes. I heard you were marrying into the family soon.
Oh, Father, I told you not to tell anybody yet. I didn't, but you know how people talk. Word travels fast, especially when I'm drunk and oh god, I'm not to tell people.
Pardon the comment then, my lady.
Please.
Your betrothed is a lucky man, I'm sure. The conversation endured through the afternoon. Small talk, musical composers, their little town, Catherine's musical background, Francois' student, Emily's work. Emilie played with her napkin, offering droll opinions on the particularly droll topics. All throughout the exchange, Emilie observed the infamous Marquis de Gou. This...
It's just Emily. It's not, you don't
Emilie!
stress, you don't stress the final E.
I'm sorry.
No,
This
it's okay.
was him? Oh, shit. Alright, there we go. The audacious, shameless flirt of the royal court and tabloids? According to rumors, he was able to bed both the widowed Countess of Devonshire and her daughter at the same time!
I was literally just about to say that!
And even had a tumultuous relationship with the Prince of Garnet. Or Garnet. Who knows? He didn't limit himself to royalty, or so the tabloids said. His latest fling was with an English poet. who, they say, almost killed him when he was caught with another man. Yes.
This
Or
really is
woman.
what I say.
I love this guy. At this point, who knew what was real and what was a blatant lie made up by the newspapers? She looked forward to meeting him. And here he was, finally, talking about sampling the new bakery's creme brulee. She couldn't say she was disappointed exactly, but the Marquis was a depressingly normal man. Maybe even boring, Emily ventured. Sorry.
You're just doing that now to annoy me.
No, I literally can't stop myself. All right, this has been going on for a while. I'm gonna go get a drink and go to the
I'm
bathroom.
gonna do the same, yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to break for a while. I'm gonna leave you with this delightful accordion music. So we should be back in about 15 minutes, and we'll see you then. Alright, the mic's back on. Hold on a second. Gotta put my headphones on. Alright, I'm back.
I'm back too.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Oh, hold on.
And I'm now the only one awake in my house, so I might need to be a bit quiet.
Alright.
Hopefully that won't ruin everything. Actually, I think they fell asleep earlier, so I should be fine. Just don't expect me to yell, even if a character calls for it.
I'm sorry, what?
Don't expect me to yell, even if that's what a character is doing.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna actually turn you up because now you're super quiet.
Okay.
Alright. Try talking again?
Hey, we good? On 1, no, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3.
Yes. You're fine.
Alright, excellent.
This accordion's still playing in the background. So, to quench my thirst, I have an entire bottle of Trader Joe's French Market pink lemonade.
Yes, I had, a glass of water last time. I have another glass of water, which I literally filled to the brim. And I have a can of Pepsi. So...
Just gotta pour myself some delicious lemonade here. It's even done in like a French-style bottle.
Oh, like the Orangina bottles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe just old school. I don't know if it's French, but it is called French Market Pink Lemonade, so...
Have you ever seen an Orangina bottle?
I have.
Okay.
They're very rotund.
Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe they're sold at Fresh Market as well, the, like lemon juices from Italy.
Mm.
I don't know what the company is called.
Oh, that is some good lemonade.
San Pellegrino, that's the one.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that's really good.
San Pellegrino is good.
And that is Italian, right? Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Yep, an Italian brand of mineral water and real fruit sodas.
Anyway. I actually do drink those, which is weird.
Yeah, no, I drink them a lot. Oh, in 2007, it was reported that it contained uranium.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
So it is not suitable for infants under 12 weeks of age.
Alright then. Anyway.
Is that on stream?
Well,
I hope our, talking about San Pellegrino's uranium.
yes, it is on stream.
Okay, excellent.
In fact, I never muted your Skype call, so everything you've said since you got back has been on stream.
Oh god, after you left I started masturbating.
I seriously don't believe that.
Good, because that was a lie.
Okay.
Though it would fit the game we're playing.
Would it? Would it, though? Alright, let's stop trying to get ourselves banned from Twitch, and...
Darn, there goes my life's work.
She watched as his gaze flickered across her hair and her nose before lazily trailing away. How infuriating. She wondered if he would suddenly say something coy. Or insist to dance with her.
Hot dogs, they're the greatest, right?
Just something outrageous. Honestly.
I didn't like Firefly.
So she could just shoot him down. This man whom everyone was interested in. That would be a small victory for reasonable women everywhere. But the Marquis was nothing but polite. He did not ogle. He did not touch unnecessarily. No audacious gestures or suggestive winks of the eye. He would never even look at her for more than 2 seconds. Maybe she was just not pretty enough to flirt with. Emily bit her lip. She shouldn't be thinking that, but... There were also times that he would quietly look into her eyes when the conversation lulled. When the words spoken were without meaning, their eyes would converse further. To Emily, he'd started to look lonely underneath a facade of caprice. He seemed tired of all the gallivanting, the rumors and the flings. We are all a little lonely, aren't we? Perhaps even he.
I'm not sure if there's enough bloom on him. I just don't think he's getting enough bloom.
He invited the family over to his chateau and commented on how empty the building felt sometimes. Music was his guilty pleasure. Got him through the cold nights, he said with a sad grin, and how he wouldn't mind a warm soul to touch. And before she could stop herself, Emily had begun to imagine his lips on her neck, on one of those cold nights.
So is this how they get through with the mature filters? Just they put everything through bloom and then show only seconds of it?
I don't even know. Also, Alex, you're totally normal volume now. What the fuck is going on with this audio output?
Who knows?
And we're back to reality. Emily shook her head, trying to erase the thoughts in her mind. They were having a perfectly mundane conversation. She didn't know where those thoughts came from. Fortunately, her father didn't seem to notice, despite the fact that she was blushing like crazy. I mean, look at that.
Well, okay, Gary, you see, you go out on your 18-wheeler, and you're going down the road.
You're so loud. Ah! Alright.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Music and loneliness struck a nerve with... Francois Perrin.
Francois.
Whatever. He had immersed himself in his music tutoring, his students, and Catherine, ever since his wife had gotten sick. It had been 6 years.
She's still sick to this day.
But sometimes the nights were cold, for Francois le Marquis was speaking to his soul. He was a kindred spirit. He wasn't a pompous showboat like all the other royalty Catherine had played for. The Marquis even had a wine collection he wanted to show Francois. Such a down-to-earth, generous young man.
Please tell me it then goes into, like, Francois imagining basically the same thing.
The same,
like... did. Yes.
Emily, your face is flushed. Are you alright?
I'm fine. Just the sun, probably.
This was not true, of course. The afternoon sun had already lost most of its heat. Thankfully, Catherine provided a nice distraction. She ran towards their little huddle and flung her arms around her father's torso, chattering happily about gardens and butterflies. A young, ragged girl followed behind her, and the accordion music faded out. Emily wasn't sure how old the girl was. Her dirty blonde hair hid the left side of her face. You could just see faint traces of scars peeking through. A surge of motherly affection caught hold of her heart.
Hello there, young lady.
The girl looked down at her toes, and she gave her a shy smile.
I see you've made a crown of flowers. You look very pretty. Thank you, madame.
This is the lesbian path.
Catherine gave it to me.
Sister, this is Rosa. She's super nice. She knows She knows the name of all the flowers in Sir Gilly's garden.
Catherine, there you go with your silly names. You know, I better not have to narrate a sex scene between the two.
God damn it. If it gets to that point, we'll probably stop.
Honestly, I kind of want to, but at the same time, I don't.
Alright then.
You know?
It's so hard to balance the audio on this fucking stream. Sister, help me convince Papa to let Rosa stay with us.
Catherine?
Papa, please. Please let her stay. She doesn't have anywhere to go.
Now, Catherine, that is not very nice. Rosa here is a girl.
In other news... grass is grass. And your gender identity is your gender identity.
We ready to keep on going?
Yeah, sorry.
She is not a kitten that you can just pluck from the street and take home like you always do with the stray animals that I have to take out back and submerge in the water. Goodness knows, we have all the stray crap. We have all the stray
crap.
We have all the stray crap of France living in our goddamn house.
Yeah, I know she's not a kitten, Papa, you fucking idiot. I know she's a girl. Shouldn't we take her home even more so? Francois sighed. Guillet chuckled under his breath. He was clearly enjoying this exchange. Your daughter has some very unique views, Sir Pierre. Well, Sir Gilly, what do you think? Huh? Guillet's face lost his casual bystander look. You're a marquis. I'm sure my father would follow your orders, right? Shouldn't we
I like
take
the fact
Rosa
that
home?
it says. Sorry, I like the fact that it says he lost his casual marquee look, and the picture stays exactly the same.
Yeah. He does look mildly concerned.
He doesn't look like that. He just looks like he got asked a question that he had no idea was going to get asked.
I mean, that is what happened. Shouldn't we take Rosa home?
Like, that's his normal look.
His brows furrowed at being put on the spot so suddenly. Look at those brows furrow. So furrowed. Oh. He stole a glance at Francois, who was silently pleading him with his eyes not to humor the child. He cleared his throat. Well... Oh, God, I'm sorry. Well, I'm sure it's up to your father, since he owns the house. He will have to clothe and feed Rosa, you see. Yeah, but I've got that all figured out. Ever since Sister moved to work, nobody minds the house anymore. And I have to wash the dishes every time. Ugh. So let's get this peasant girl to do it for us. Papa's so busy. We always have enough food for the two of us. If Rosa stays, then I wouldn't be so lonely. She'll wear Sister's old clothes, and we'll mind the house when both Sister and Father are away. She can wash the dishes sometimes, and I'll wash them almost none of the time. Guillet and Francois shared a look. And besides, if it were up to me, I'd have people take one girl home in their house and give her food. Girls don't even eat that much. Not sure about boys. She thought for a bit. She thought for a bit on the variety of gender identities available to her in 18th century France.
I'm pretty sure there was at least one.
But I'm sure it's not too much that people can't take them home too. One time I ate one whole plate of potatoes and my stomach. What does this have anything to do with Catherine coming over? Or Rosa coming over?
She's going on her tangent about eating.
If Rosa wasn't there, oh shit, playing the... If somebody was there to take care of me, maybe I wouldn't hurt myself. Maybe. Guillet couldn't help but laugh. Francois rubbed his neck in embarrassment.
I'm so sorry, sire. She's very headstrong. Father, I'm sure taking Rosa in wouldn't be much trouble for us financially, yes? My new work pays better. I'm sure we can adjust.
Rosa's like, yeah. Well, about that. Perhaps if Rosa works in my household, it wouldn't be much of a burden to your family, Sir Pierre. Sir Gilly is great.
You are truly a kind soul, sire.
Not at all. I'm sure I need her help more than she needs mine. Isn't that right, Rosa?
In that case, I would love to offer my house to Rosa. Although I am still worried that this is supposed to be more complicated, sire. What about her family? Or her friends?
What about her mom, huh? What about us, huh? Where did we fit into the picture, huh?
We haven't talked in a long
Yeah, we haven't
while.
made any choices since the very beginning of chapter 1.
But then again, that's kind of the average bit of a visual novel.
Oh, jeez. As long as it is consensual, sire. The details of the sex can be smoothed out later. The girl was quiet the whole time. She was looking at her toes or at Catherine.
Rosa, do you have any relatives, any family or friends you stay with? No, sire. My mother died a long time ago.
Bitch, I'm right here. Bitch, I'm here. Listen to me, girl. What are you doing?
But
oh,
she
sorry.
guides me always. So please don't be compelled to mind me.
No, don't go back to the streets, Charlotte. What happened to her voice? What happened to my voice? Hold on. No, don't go back to the streets, Rosa. It's September. It's gonna get really cold soon. Sir Gilly will even give you work. Stay with us.
But, Catherine...
Francois sighed in surrender.
All right. She can stay for the night.
That rhymed.
Ah!
Papa!
Just for tonight. Then we'll see if she wants to stay for longer. Catherine, you cannot hold people in their place just because you want them there. Do you understand? We had to talk about when you put that person in the glass cage. Now, it wasn't very nice. If Rosa wants to leave, she may leave. You cannot keep her like an object.
Guille cleared his throat. That is sound advice, Sir Bear. Yes, Papa, I understand.
Rosa, please make yourself comfortable in our house. Thank you.
Papa is the best. Catherine turned to Guille again. Sir Gilly, don't you think if everyone with a house takes one person home, nobody would freeze in the winter? You should make it into a law, because you have that kind of ability. They'll obey you because you're a marquis, because you're tall. Catherine's got this shit right. She knows where the power is. Oh, so people obey my orders because I'm tall. What a compliment. Well, you're taller than Papa, at least. He'll never be a marquis. Holy shit, Catherine.
Is there an opportunity to elevate Francois to the marquis? Because we need to do that.
Francois pulled on his daughter's ear with embarrassment.
Catherine, mind your manners or you will get the boot. I'm so sorry, sire.
Oh, God. Guille shook his head, his eyes trailing over Pierre family. Emily watched him curiously. That same sadness once again surfaced for the briefest moment. You have a lovely family, sire. I'm quite jealous. You make me want to settle down myself someday. He chuckled. Maybe. Emily's heart skipped a beat. Did he just look at her when she said that? He couldn't be sure. Catherine is perfect the way she is. It is one of the reasons why I'm very invested in her. And then there was more art. Guille knelt down so that he was eye to eye with Catherine. He patted her head. You are a very intelligent and kind-hearted girl, Catherine. You are a star. Moi, toi. Someday, I know you. Someday, I know Aang can save the world. At least, I'd like to see you try.
Mother?
Oh, God. Oh.
Help me. Okay, so we've got some Asuka stuff going on here.
What's happened?
My chest. I can't breathe. No! Catherine!
Chapter 2. Whatever that said.
That'd be cool.
Alright, let's save and stop it there. And switch games, because it's such a convenient time. Nice. Yeah, it crashed instead of just exiting. Beautiful. Anyway, yeah, that was Cupid, a free-to-play visual novel that is available on Steam for your amusement. So, if you want to go check that out, have some fun with it. We're probably going to be playing a bit more of it.
I'll be honest, now I want to play it by myself.
Yeah, but too bad. We're going to be playing it together, so shut up.
Fair enough. I mean, I can still play the rest of Contradiction by myself, so...
Yeah. So with that, I'm going to stop this stream for just a little bit, because it's easier to edit that way. And then when we come back, we're going to have an entire different game to be playing. And we're going to take that to about midnight. So I will see you guys then. Bye-bye.